Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thank you for watching. Yep, the 220 is empty. I get up for work every day at 4:30 a.m. This morning I got up, I was sitting on the couch doing my daily routine to get ready, coffee and such, and I heard splashing. So I came down here. Front seal in the tank busted. Water was spilling out at about a gallon a minute. I got super lucky. I mean, super lucky. This is the only water on the floor. I think this thing probably busted maybe 10 minutes before I got up for work. If I was gone, my whole basement would have been destroyed pretty much. So like I said, it's front center, right above this brace, right about there, in this little down area. It must have popped. The water ran along the bottom of the tank to the back, and then began spilling down there. It filled up the stand. By the time I got down here, it was spilling over the stand. In probably another 2 hours, give or take, it would have been completely empty as you see it now. Luckily, I was able to drain it. I was able to save, so far, all of the fish. I put them in the 125 with the Furcicata, so here you guys can take a look at them really quickly. And then I will also include some pictures and some video of when it was actually leaking. Forgive me for not having an entire video on it because I was a bit busy trying to get water the hell out of the tank before it was coming onto my floor. So here are all the fish. I moved them all into this 125. Like I said, into the tank with the Furcicata and the Acuticeps. It's pretty crowded now. I mean, it's not like they're going to die or anything in here, but I really need to get more space for them, especially for the species like the Buccochromis, the younger fish that need this room to grow. Packing them in here in this 125 isn't ideal, at least for me. There is an increased bioload on the tank, obviously, so you probably can't see it because it's dark, but I did take one of the FX6s off of the 220 and just added it in here as kind of a temporary deal. I would love to tell you that every fish made it. A couple of them, the stress seems to be too much. There are two that are not in here any longer. You'll probably notice one is my Star Sapphire, who is about 8 years old. It just seems like it's too much for him. I've got him in quarantine, but I don't think he'll live. That's very, very disappointing. Like I said, I got him in 2010. I mean, that fish is 8 years old. And the other one is the Mylachromis mola. Same deal. I got overwhelmed with the stress. And yeah, I don't know if either one of them will make it. I'm kind of doubting that either one will make it. So that leaves the obvious question, where does that leave me with Marineland, with the warranty, because they do come with lifetime warranties. I will say to this point, it's not settled yet, but so far Marineland has been fantastic. They asked me to submit pictures, built on date that's on the tank, all that stuff. Then they're going to evaluate and decide whether to, reimburse me the amount for the tank, which I don't see as being an issue, but those type of things, you never know until it's complete. So, that's going to leave me with some decisions to make in the future. That leaves a big opening in my basement. Should I want to put another tank in? I haven't decided on anything yet. It's just so early with this just happening that it kind of, it just puts a really negative, it just makes me feel real down about it. It's so hard to start things over like that. I've had that tank. It's only 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old. I planned on that thing being up and running for a long, long time to come. I had the background custom made for it. So I have a lot more money in that tank than simply just the cost of the tank and stand. So as soon as I know something, positive or negative on how the claim will go, again, I have no reason to think they won't honor the claim, but until it's done, I'll still worry about it a bit. But whenever I find out something, I'll certainly let you guys know. And then I plan to kind of decide what I'm going to do going forward with that tank, that space, in probably the next week or so. I'm certainly not going to shut down the channel, not going to shut down my fish keeping. You know, I've got a lot of other stuff going on besides just that 220. But that was my main show piece, my main show tank, and just really disappointing. So anyway, guys, sorry to be bringing you bad news. Sorry to not be bringing as many videos lately. I've just been overwhelmed in dealing with this. You know, not only moving the fish around, trying to get them to survive, but also, you know, the tank, when it leaks like that, the water leaks through the sand bed, meaning the water that comes out the bottom onto the floor is dirty ass water. So the basement smells, the house smells. I had to get all the substrate out. I have to steam clean the carpet. Just a lot of stuff to have to deal with, to where, you know, I haven't had time, unfortunately, to do the stuff that I love doing, which is, you know, taking care of the fish, water changes, videos, sharing pictures and videos with you guys. Now it's down to the difficult stuff, which, you know, tearing down tanks, moving tanks, dealing with stuff like that. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging around. Whatever I do next, I hope you enjoy it. And then I'll try to get back on a regular schedule of trying to get some more stuff out here, as opposed to, you know, putting a video out every 2 weeks or something. So enough talking. See you next time.